Residents living near the Blue Rhino plant are still shaken up after last night's explosion. Some returned today after evacuating, only to find their yard littered with propane tanks that shot hundreds of feet into the air. Renee Stowe continues her team coverage now in Tavares. And Renee, there's still a police presence out there nearly 24 hours after this whole thing started.
George, these officers are going to stay here overnight until this portion of 448 that runs past the plant opens back up. In the meantime, we talked to residents who are picking up propane tanks like this off their property.
And I grabbed my jacket and cat and went to the car. I didn't even have time to get shoes.
Jerry Woolers says she's still scared after last night's fire. She lived directly behind the Blue Rhino plant and was awakened out of a dead sleep when propane tanks at the plant started exploding.
It sounded like cannons. It was nuts.
We even found propane tanks sheared and bent into pieces on her property and large burn marks where the tanks landed.
Something's gonna get killed.
That's what you were thinking last night?
I was scared.
It's no wonder after considering these pictures that show what look like small dots, but are actually the propane tanks flying high into the air well above the building tops. These pictures were taken by photographer Jeff Haggerty, who saw the fireballs in the sky 10 miles from his home and decided to get a closer look and wound up arriving before many of the fire trucks.
I felt the heat, just a lot of explosions, watching a lot of shrapnel going up in the air, landing around me. It's pretty intense out there.
He snapped these pictures of a propane tank that landed just 10 feet from him. And this video shows just how close Haggerty was. You can hear the fire alarms from the main building at Blue Rhino, where most of the 25 employees were located.
In front of the building and with the alarms, you can actually hear a lot of hissing.
Now take a look at this. This is another piece of propane tank we found on that woman's property. The sheer force caused it to separate and mangle like this one here. It's no wonder that no one was killed during this accident. Reporting live in Tavares in Lake County, Renee Stoll, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.